It was cocaine.
Julie, at the end it was cocaine. What was it in the beginning?
At the beginning, it was alcohol. Alcohol you can get alcohol. Alcohol is sociably accepted.
Yes.
Um,
How old were you when you first started drinking?
about 8 years old.
8?
Make that clear. 8 years old.
Somebody
yes.
had to be giving it to you. I know you weren't going
Well,
to the cut rate at 8 years old.
It was accessible. It was in the home. You get up the next day after the parties, and the beer was in the cans. You try to avoid the ones that had the butts in it, so you shake the can. But
So mom and dad, they drank.
well, alcohol was in the home. My
in the
mother
house.
was an alcoholic. Never received any kind of recovery. She stopped using when her body made it impossible for her to continue to drink.
What happened to your mom?
My mom died back in '97 from cirrhosis of the liver and cancer.
And cirrhosis of the liver is a direct result of alcohol.
It's a direct result of alcohol. Yes, and that was accumulated, over the years.
Yeah.
I can remember her going to the doctor when I was about 13, and they told her to stop drinking, or her stomach lining was going to be destroyed, and I guess, at that time that was detrimental, but she didn't stop.
She died in what year?
She died in 1997.
97.
Yep.
So you grew up with an alcoholic mom in the house.
Yes, I did. But again, it was socially accepted. People drank. You celebrated, you drank. You got depressed, you drank.
How did that affect you as a child?
It was normal, so it didn't really affect me. I mean, you kind of stayed away from the thunder when it seemed to be a little crazy around the home. You kind of mind your manners when things got a little heated, but that was the norm,
And what about Dad? Where was Dad?
My dad worked.
Okay.
He was a worker. We ain't going to say he was a workaholic because, we all holics in something, but he worked. He worked to try to maintain the home, so he did what he did. He came home. We had food. The bills was paid. The lights stayed on most of the time. We did okay, so it seemed.
And your mom and dad, they were professional people, basically?
Well, my mother was professional at staying home.
Mm-hmm.
She maintained the home.
You got brothers and sisters?
I have 2 brothers. They both kind of went left, meaning they resorted to violence and corruption. So they ended up in jails, where they say we can end up in jails, institutions, and death.
Right.
They didn't really take the drugs a whole lot. They just resorted to acting out physically, which ended them up in jail. My mom and dad kind of separated. I can't recall the year, but they separated when I was about maybe, 10. And then we were in a single-parent home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you started drinking in your home as a direct result of the alcohol just being there.
Yes, just being there. It was a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
They drank when we celebrated. So, I figured it was fun. Why not try it?
So if you could give a message to parents who have small children, parents who party, I don't think there's anything wrong with partying.
No, nothing.
But based upon what happened to you, what would you suggest for parents who have small children and they party and they have drinks or whatever they're using in the house? What would you suggest that they do?
I would say you have to be mindful when you're influencing others. And a child is your mirror. A kid is going to do everything they see you do. They say kids are to be seen and not heard. But the parents are really more so seen and rarely heard. So we emulate what we see. We make it glamorous for our kids to be promiscuous or to drink, or everything is a celebration, then that's what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm. You went to promiscuity, mirrors, parents drinking, being promiscuous. How did promiscuous end up in your conversation?
I saw that a lot in my mother. I didn't know what it was, but I saw that she changed partners. I saw that she got more attention from different individuals.
Males?
From males.
Okay.
I didn't know what it was at the time. All I knew is when these different people came around, she was happy, and things got done. as I got older, I realized, she probably was exchanging some things for that.
Right. Okay. And you saw that. How
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. So your mom's and I think that if we could put our lives on rewind,
We would see a lot of things.
we'd see a lot of things
Yes.
that we
Yes.
weren't seeing when we were seeing it.
Yes.
You with me?
Yes.
So I don't know how we can't really be helpful to people without being personal on this.
No, you
on
can't.
This, okay, but I never saw my dad with another woman. Never
Okay.
did. Never
Okay.
never saw my mom with another woman. With another man or woman.
Okay, or woman.
And I can say that
Okay.
today. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But I saw my dad smoke cigarettes. He was an influence on me smoking cigarettes. He left cigarettes
Okay.
around.
Okay.
Your parents
So
left alcohol around.
They left alcohol.
So,
Yes.
so my words of hope to mom and dad: be careful what you leave around.
That's right.
Really,
That's right.
really.
Yes.
Boy, I'm telling you, I think that's powerful. Be careful what you leave around,
Yes.
because children will come. I remember I used to go in my mom and dad's bedroom when they weren't home.
Of
I used to go snooping around.
We
and-
looked for Christmas toys every
Yes.
year. We knew they were hiding in the house once
Okay.
we realized there
Right.
was no Santa Claus.
That's right.
So we looked.
And I even know some children who are dead today because they were looking around and found a gun.
A gun.
Found
Yes.
a gun.
Yes.
They found a gun.
Yes. Or they take prescription drugs.
That's right.
Whatever we do, our children do. I can recall, I have a daughter that's she'll be 15 next week. And she watched me put on makeup every Sunday morning. And as soon as I gave her a tube of lipstick, she put it right on her lips.
Yeah.
This